It is a rematch of what we saw earlier, of when we saw earlier in the month. It is Jerry Lawler once again against Dirty Dutch Mantel. This time, no holds barred. It's again Dutch and Jerry Lawler writing another chapter in their historic rivalry. Dutch got the victory over Lawler in the first one, as Lawler makes Dutch eat the corner post with a hammer throw, adding a little bit extra on that one. Did Jerry Lawler dropping the fist drop on the forehead of Dutch? Let her press. Dutch kicks out. Both men miscommunicated. Misjudged. There was misjudgment in the first meeting between these two men. And let's see if it happens again, as both men miss dives. And I think that it cost Lawler more than it cost Dutch. As speaking of missing dives, Lawler just dove off the ring apron, but Dutch caught him, avoiding the double axe handle, as now both men get back in the ring. This again is a no-holds-barred match, meaning that the final pinfall needs to take place in the ring, but there is no count-out, no disqualification. All that needs to happen is the final pinfall needs to take place in the ring, as a little bit of miscommunication. Dutch got in, Lawler got out. Lawler got in, Dutch got out. But Lawler avoided a nice slap shot by Dutch Mantel. As Dutch whips him into the corner and again goes to the outside for a weapon. This time, Dutch has a kendo stick. But again, Lawler avoids it and rocks Dutch with rights and lefts. Big vertical suplex by Jerry the King Lawler. Lawler has a kendo stick. Lawler's going to use the weapon first to Dutch Mantel, and he swings for the fences with that kendo stick. Now he's laying waste to the back and the shoulder of Dutch Mantel as Lawler eats the kendo stick from Dutch, and Dutch rocks Lawler with a kendo stick. These two are just laying waste to each other with a kendo stick. Lawler pops the shoulder up. Dutch has got to do more if he wants to dispatch his rival again, and this way Lawler avoids the hockey stick. Lawler avoids the hockey stick. Dutch had a hockey stick and was looking to lay waste to laying the waste to Lawler. You get caught up in the match and you mix up the names. It happens to the best of us. Back to the fist drop from Lawler. Back to the fist drop from Lawler, but Dutch pops up. Dutch pops up. Into the corner goes Dutch. Lawler has him propped up on the top and just layways Dutch to the floor. He layways Dutch to the floor, does Jerry Lawler. To the outside goes the King. And much to the delight of the folks in the audience, Lawler has a table. Much to the delight of the folks in the audience, Lawler has a table. Big right hand takes down Dutch Mantel. Big right hand takes down Dutch Mantel. Dutch gets introduced to the barricade by Lawler, and Lawler gets introduced to the barricade by Dutch. Hot and heavy, rough and ready. Sounds like I'm describing a microwave pizza. But Dutch is about to be introduced to the table by Jerry Lawler. Dutch, I don't know what Lawler was going for there, but Dutch reversed him, gets off the table. And again back to the fist drop. Again back to the fist drop is Jerry the King Lawler. Lawler's going up top. Springing like a cat is Jerry Lawler, and Dutch moved out of the way. Dutch moved out of the way. Lawler goes crashing to the floor, missing the fist drop. You gotta figure he must have landed like a big splash, if anything, because I can't imagine him landing fist first on the floor and not breaking his hand. Attacking the knee of Lawler is Dutch Mantel. Attacking the knee of Lawler is Dutch Mantel, who pulls Lawler up and attacks right to the eyes. Right to the eyes. You don't call him Dirty Dutch for nothing. With the eye rake from Dutch Mantel. Dutch is going up top. We saw this in their first meeting. Is he going to go for the diving knee attack? No, Lawler gets back up and Dutch goes down. A simple scoop slam by Dutch, but you know what the follow-up is. It's the corkscrew elbow. Dutch hits the corkscrew elbow. No rope break in this one. As Lawler kicks out, Dutch has got to do more if he wants to keep down his rival. And it looks like he's going to do more with that kendo stick. Lawler saw another whack coming from the kendo stick and rolls out of the way. Rolls out of the ring does Lawler. And Dutch gets introduced to the barricade again. Head first goes Dutch into the barricade. Head first goes Dutch into the barricade. We got plunder, we got weapons all over the ringside area. Dutch gets taken down with a clothesline. Dutch gets taken down with a clothesline. Lawler's measuring Dutch Mantel. Avoids the defense and whacks Dutch. Not once, not twice, but 3 times with the hockey stick. He gets him not once, not twice, but 3 times. And Lawler just about pile drives Dutch Mantel on the hockey stick. Lawler just about pile drives Dutch on the hockey stick. I think he just missed it though, but Lawler goes for the 3, and Dutch kicks out at the count of 2. Hammer throw into the ring, into the corner post. Dutch reverses Lawler, drops him with a reverse DDT. Drops him with a reverse DDT. And now Dutch has the hockey stick again and waylays Lawler with the hockey stick. I can't keep making the same hockey reference anytime somebody picks up a hockey stick, so I gotta just say some big, what a maneuver. Laying waste, you're gonna see welts. Thank God there's tape, otherwise you'd be getting hit right with the wood of the stick. I mean, it softens the blow a little bit, you gotta figure. Dutch takes the hockey stick to the outside and goes for a swipe on Lawler, but misses the first time. Hits him the second, but Lawler is ready for him the third. Lawler's waiting for him and breaks the hockey stick. Lawler's waiting for Dutch and breaks the hockey stick over his head. Dutch gets sent back into the ring by Lawler. Lawler goes back underneath. Lawler gets a chair. Lawler gets a chair. But Dutch catches him coming back in the ring and blocks the chair. Into the ropes goes Lawler. Hesitation hip toss by Dutch Mantel. Takes down Jerry the King Lawler. Lawler blocks him. Inside cradle. Inside cradle. 2. Lawler. Dutch kicks out at the count of 2. Dutch goes up. What goes up must come down. Lawler with a big power bomb right in the middle of the ring. Takes down Dutch Mantel, but Dutch pops the shoulder up again. Dutch pops the shoulder up again. Chair shot to the head of Dutch Mantel. Chair shot to the head of Dutch Mantel. Lawler with a chair shot to the head. Dutch, fist drop. Finally giving Lawler a taste of his own medicine with the fist drop after all this time. Right to the forehead. That stiff right hand. I think it might have split open Jerry Lawler. I think both men might be busted open at this point. I'm not 100% sure. I haven't seen the forehead of Lawler. But a backdrop takes down the King. A backdrop takes down the King. And if that doesn't bust it open, if he didn't get busted open the first time, he might have gotten busted open with that. As now Dutch Mantel takes out everything but the kitchen sink. A shovel has entered the match. Crossbody block as Lawler blocks the shovel attack. Dutch blocks Lawler. Dutch fights Lawler off. Ferocity of offense from Dutch Mantel as Lawler fights out of the corner. Lawler sends Dutch to the outside. Drop kick to the floor. Down goes Dutch, just avoiding the table on the outside. Just avoiding the table on the outside is Dutch Mantel. Dutch is brought over. Lawler. I don't know what Lawler was going for there, but Dutch avoids it. Dutch avoids it. Lawler with a knockout strike. Now the eyes of Dutch Mantel are glazed over. Second time may be the charm for the king. Who flapjacks? He just takes up Dutch and flapjacks him through the table. He takes up Dutch and flapjacks him through the table. That was absolutely insane there. Dutch Mantel, the amount of damage that Dutch has taken in this matchup between him and Lawler, I don't even know what to say. But that's why the saying goes, as Lawler goes up top, as Dutch meets him halfway. Dutch doesn't catch... excuse me. Dutch doesn't catch him before Lawler can jump down. Abdominal stretch. Lawler's in the abdominal stretch. Lawler's in the abdominal stretch. Dutch has got Lawler in the abdominal stretch. And Dutch got Lawler to submit. Dutch got Lawler to submit. Dirty Dutch beats Lawler. Dirty Dutch beats Lawler. It seems like Jerry Lawler might have met his kryptonite. It seems like Dirty Dutch may have met his kryptonite in Jerry the King Lawler. I mean, vice versa. I got caught up in the match. It seems like Dirty Dutch is the kryptonite of Jerry Lawler, as just a spontaneous abdominal stretch is enough to put down the king, and it seems like Lawler may not be able to defeat Dutch Mantel. With that being said, that is it from me, and I will see you in the next one.